I almost forgot about that.
Put in my Skype name. Put in my password. Well, we're sitting here on the edge of a debate right now. It's like a major debate as to
The future of the universe, because I'm about to blow all y'all up right now. And Bio's like, nah, don't do it.
don't do it.
But I got my finger on the trigger,
I know,
and
but we're saying this.
I want some fireworks.
Anyway, we're saying this. Last gen PS.
How is it that I automatically become a homicidal maniac whenever we start recording?
I don't know.
Like, I was fine 30 seconds ago.
I know.
And then all of a sudden, it's like
It
we're
just-
gonna, blow up the world because I have a selfish desire to see something explode in the sky, and I'm gonna endanger the lives of everyone else because of it. I mean, what is that?
I don't know, but you're gonna find yourself face down in a dirty cot jail.
You disgusting jerk.
Well, anyway, you're like, I got fireworks too, and I want to hurt every single thing inside your body.
Dang.
Dang.
Where
Anyway.
did that come from?
I don't know. I don't know.
Repressed memories. Like,
The mind of Mencia.
I remember that show, and then it got canceled.
Well, yeah. Okay. Here it is.
So video games.
PS3. The PS3 console. What
There he
happened?
goes.
What?
Nah, keep going.
The PS3, the Xbox 360, I think last gen could have done well and even better without taking that dip and that detour that they took getting motion controls.
Well, here's the first thing. The first last gen debate that has to be debated. Topic of debate is coming back. We have to determine, is the Wii next gen or last gen? If you ask me,
The Wii is like two gens.
I mean, I'm sorry. I misspoke. The Wii U,
Oh, the Wii U.
because some people say Wii U is next gen, which is now current gen. But everyone, other people say it's last gen, with PS3 360.
Yeah. It is. It has to be. Okay, well, define the word next gen. What do you mean? Do you mean new hardware or do you mean an upgrade to the old hardware?
Well, that's true, because technically the next generation is just the next hardware. However, next generation also has the connotation of the next level.
Since when?
So, since HD,
Well,
since last gen, because next gen when it went from PS2 to PS3, next gen was HD graphics.
yeah.
I mean, and internal hard drives. That was, we got rid of memory cards. Those were like the staples of the next generation. High definition graphics, online services, and no memory cards.
Right.
Now, those were the staples of the next gen.
Right.
Now, what are the staples of this next generation? Well, to be honest,
online connections,
right? Online connections is one of them, but like
social media.
social media is one of them. In my opinion, it's also determined, which this will exclude the Wii U, but in my opinion, it also is the x86 architecture.
Yeah, going to a PC architecture.
Right, moving towards the PC architecture is a staple of next gen, this generation 8, because that's what the Xbox 360 and the PS4 have done.
Exactly.
So I mean, and of course it's got to be the RAMs. The RAMs. It's the technical specs are also in this particular case. Technical specs weren't necessarily a staple of last gen, but they are of this gen. Excuse me, because this gen they both have 8 gigs of RAM.
Right.
And CPUs that are doing over 1 teraflop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's okay. Well, if you think about the Wii, and now Nintendo plays in its own bubble. So you have to think about it. Is the Wii U an upgrade to the Wii? In many respects, it is, because you have a new form of controller, which is actually
not really.
Well, no.
Because it's the one gamepad that the thing can use, and then it uses Wiimotes. That's so it's like if the PS4 was compatible with DualShock 3, it's not really a new control scheme.
Well, no, it is.
It's,
It is for the Wii.
For the Wii U, but they're using Wii controllers, so
Yeah,
and
they
no
are.
other generation has ever done that. Has ever allowed you to use the last generation's controller with it.
Didn't PS? Yeah, well, PS1 and PS2, you were able to put PS1 controllers on the PS2,
That is true. That is true.
so you were able to do that. But what I'm talking about is what I'm talking about is the technology that drives the new controller for the Wii U. That has not been seen before on Nintendo side of the story. Like, so that console is
Isn't it?
No, it hasn't. They haven't done that before.
They haven't done any sort of like remote thing between the 3DS and the no, you're right. Yeah, not the Wii.
They couldn't do it with the Game Boy SP because of the graphical limitations on the SP and the Advance. They couldn't do it on the regular Game Boy, of course, because the monochrome screen.
Well, forget that. The thing had like a processor that's like runs like stopwatches now. So it wasn't too complicated. But anyway, okay, all right.
So you can say that it is the next generation. Because the next generation of Nintendo... Now, you can say it's the next gen of Nintendo, but you can't say it's the next generation in gaming.
Right, because it's not. Because it's missing key points.
The key points that every other generation has now, x86 architecture, all that stuff...
x86... Well, okay, we'll go with that. x86 architecture, the amount of RAM, because the 8 gigs of RAM is standard on Xbox One and PS4, and 500 gig hard drives.
And the 500 gig hard drives.
So I mean, we won't necessarily call it 500 gig, but massive, what they're calling massive storage media.
Yeah.
Because the Wii U is using what, 32 gigs?
32 is the max.
32 gigs, and then you can hook up an external, but you can hook up an external to the PS4 as well.
Right.
PS3 and the PS4 for that matter. So it's not really a big deal there.
Not the Xbox One. But anyway, I think Nintendo is trying to be the Apple of video gaming. If you look at it through
Everyone
that
else is an orange.
real. It's like a banana. If you look at it through that perspective, you can see what they're trying to do. They're saying, basically, that their system, their game system, doesn't need to have all these online features because they focus on games. That's what they said at the game. Remember when they launched the GameCube? And everybody was like, why didn't you do DVD? Why did you have to do these small little discs? I remember, the president of Nintendo at that time said, I think it was Iwata, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Has he been?
No, I think the last guy...
he came on with the Wii.
Yeah, he did. The last guy died. But that dude said, the Nintendo GameCube is for video games. It's a gamer's console. It's not about DVD. It's not about anything else. Music, nothing. It's a game console. We're going to focus on making games. And it's very similar to what Apple says, that their computers are focused to deliver a certain experience. And they're not to be swapped around. Like, you can't swap parts around. Can't build your own Apple. All this stuff. So, in a way, they are kind of like trying to be the Apple of the gaming industry. Look at
They're
the
just
console.
failing at it.
Exactly. But look at the Wii console. Look at the Wii. It's white. It looks like an Apple machine. It's just
it could have been.
Wii U, same thing, has the same white scheme, black scheme.
What is the Wii? That's the thing. I was like, I'm trying to remember. What does the Wii U look like? But it just looks like a DVD player.
Right. It looks like they took all the HD DVD players from the Xbox 360 and they turned them into Wii U's. Because it was the HD DVD player add-on for the 360. I don't know if you have a picture of it online. You can take a look at it.
Yeah, I remember it.
I used to have one, and I think I used to own a Wii U basically because I had the
before its time.
Yeah, but what I think happened last gen and with this gen is not a lot. I don't think a lot happened, and that's the problem. The problem with last gen and this gen is that there's nothing really there at the moment to make me go, oh man, that's next generation. I experienced next generation on my Vita, not too long ago when I was playing Killzone.
That was close. That was really close to next gen, though. That is true.
And I remember we were talking to Ray, and we're playing Killzone, and then Ray messaged me, and all of a sudden I was in a video voice chat with him while I was playing another match with somebody else. And that's
at that point, it's like, oh, jam.
Yeah, at that point I was like, man, it's here. This is it. Okay, I agree with that experience. Like, I register that experience in my mind as next gen. That's next gen, when everything's connected. All social media, all this stuff. I don't know about all this social media stuff, though. I like the connections within, like the PS chat, and what they're doing with that, where you can chat with anybody online while they're playing a game, doesn't matter. The new messaging system works great. I haven't tried the new video chat system.
Neither have I, but I know it works. Ever since they opened up the PlayStation app, having access to be able to do PSN messages without having a PlayStation device is great.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Because it's I mean, like sometimes you're in a place you don't want to have to pull out a Vita, or you're not at home for a PS3 or PS4.
Exactly.
So, and you still want to send messages to PSN friends.
Exactly. Let's just say you got invited to a party, the hottest girl in school, and you just
We're still in school.
Exactly.
We're so old.
Exactly.
School for years.
Well, this is for the listeners who are still in school, and you're at a party. It's the hottest girl ever, and you don't want to pull out your Vita to message your friend because you're like, dang, she's right next to me. I don't want to pull out the Vita. I want to look like a nerd. If that's still going around, if that gives you a hint at how old I am, you pull out your smartphone, and you have your PS app, and then you can message your friends. That's pretty cool. I like that.
That is true. Yes.
So you look discreet. You look like you're doing something serious, but you're actually on PSN.
Yeah, something serious like messaging your friends on Facebook as opposed to PlayStation Network. It's like, exactly. Is it that different?
Same difference.
It's like, it's the same message you would send. It's like, oh my god, this girl is so hot. It's like, you copy and paste it, put it in PlayStation Network, and then you copy and paste it, put it in Facebook. It's like, same message.
Exactly, same message.
Like, nothing's different. It's just a different set of friends. Anyway.
But a phone is taken more seriously than a game.
This is true.
So, like, you're at the business meeting, you don't want to pull out a Vita because people will be like, this joke is a clown.
For real. put a red nose and a clown hat on him because it's bozo up in here. But yeah, you pull out the tablet and everyone's like, okay, that's fine.
He's like emailing.
He's taking notes, right? Or yeah, he's emailing or
keynotes. Keynotes. My behind.
For real.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like, okay, so that's a next gen experience. I agree with that, and that's great. But I think last gen could have had the same thing. It could have had it. I believe so. Actually, I am 100% certain that the PS3 can do everything that the PS4 can do, except the extreme AI and the shinier PC graphics and I think the PC graphics.
Nah, well, number one, the PS3. One thing the PS3 can't do is cross game chat, which PS4 does because of the amount of RAM.
Look, I think it's possible.
They say it's not, though.
Yeah, they say it's not because they want you to go and buy a new console. But how?
Well, no. Because if they wanted to, because that was the main thing that all those Xbox 360 people were complaining about. Oh, Xbox has cross game chat, but PlayStation doesn't have it. It's only for within the games. I can't understand why Sony can't do it, and they couldn't do it because of the RAM.
Well, so you're saying
they would have done it. They would have done it if they could have.
So wait a minute.
Back in 2009.
Right. So you're saying that the PS3 had less RAM than the Xbox?
It did. It did. It had I think the Xbox had 512 MB, and the PS3 had 256 MB.
Okay. All right.
Of system RAM.
Listen to this. It was possible.